So hello and welcome to this Adobe Animate tutorial, and we are going to create one more time an HTML5 animated banner. And right now I will show you what we are going to be doing today. So as always, I am on the site Freepik, and I will provide you this in the description, and I will also provide you the Illustrator files that we are going to create, because maybe this vector won't be free in the future, or maybe you want to skip the Illustrator part and go to the Adobe Animate part. But keep in mind that if you want to use this commercially, you will have to go premium or attribute the author. So I already saved this, so I'm not going to be saving it in here, and I will go to the place where I have saved this. I'm going to have a zip file like this, and maybe I can show you. I'm going to get rid of everything except of the zip file. So I will have something like this, and I will right click and I will choose extract here, and this is going to give me some files. One of them is going to be EPS and one of them is going to be AI, and both of them I can use, and I can double click and it is going to open me this like so. But let me for now close everything that I have, because if I'm going to double click on this one to open this, I'm going to have some kind of warning about the missing fonts. So don't worry, just hit close, because we are not going to be using these fonts. Also, I will zoom in a little bit with the Alt and mouse wheel. And what I want to do is I would like to create a new document. So I will go to the file, new, or Control N, and I would like to go with 300 by 600, and everything else I want to have as it is. So I will just hit create. Now I will go back in here, and if I try to move this, I can see that everything except of these shadows is grouped together. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose ungroup, and right now I'm going to have them separated like so. Now what I can do is I can get this and I can drag it to the new document that we have created like this. Now if I want, I can align this to the center exactly. So I will go to the align. If you don't see align, just go to the window and choose align. It is going to appear somewhere, and I'm going to make sure that you have this align to the artboard, not to the selection, because to the selection it wouldn't work. So align to the artboard, and right now I'm going to just very simply align it like so, and I'm going to scale this, and I'm going to hold Shift to stay proportional, and I'm going to hold Alt to go from the center, and I will scale it like so. Now I will right click and I'm going to choose ungroup, and now I have ungrouped the background from the rest of the vectors, and now I will have to one more time right click on these vectors, and now I don't see the option to ungroup, and instead of that I see the option release clipping mask, and sometimes you can clip something to be visible only the part of the artwork. So you can see that the rabbit right now is like, it's not the rest of the visible is not rest of the rabbit is not visible. So what I can do is I can release clipping mask, and right now it is going to be like so, but it is still going to be together, all of this. Also I will one more time right click and choose ungroup, or you can go with shortcut Ctrl Shift G, and now I'm going to have everything separated like so. I will go to my layers, and one more time, if you don't see layers, go to the window and get layers, and I am going to have everything in the layer 1. And if I'm going to open this layer 1, I can see a bunch of stuff. For some reason, this top thing that we have in here, I'm going to close everything except of this one. It's empty. This was probably used for the clipping. So I'm just going to delete it like so, and I will stay with the rest of the things. And there is it's possible that some of these things are going to be empty, maybe. But yeah, it seems like not. Now what I can do is I can go ahead and get rid of this text because I don't want it like so, and I also don't want to use these flowers because it's like you can go ahead and animate them, but I don't want to waste time. So now we are going to basically have like 6 layers. One of them is going to be background, one of them is going to be this rabbit, one of them is going to be cloud, the egg, the second egg, and the second cloud. And we are going to have everything in the layer 1, so what we need to do is click these 3 lines, choose release to layers. And right now I will be able to select it like so with the shift, and I'm going to drag them outside of the layer 1. Right now my layer 1 is going to be empty, so I can delete it. And I'm going to stay with the 6 layers like so. Now I'm going to save this. And as I said, I will provide you this. And normally what I do, and I will show you 2 ways how you can get this to the Adobe Animate. So right now I am in the Adobe Animate, and I will go with 300 by 600, same as the Illustrator, and I'm going to choose Create. And as I said, right now we have 2 options how you can get it to the Adobe Animate. I have saved this, the Illustrator, to the Illustrator folder. Right now I have here the Illustrator file, and I can go ahead and drag it in here like so. And this will give me some kind of options, but I don't want to change anything, and I will just click import, and we can get it like so. That's one of the way. And I will go back, and I will make sure that I have nothing in the library, so good. And I will go to the Illustrator, and the other way what you can do is you can in here in the Illustrator select everything like so, and basically you can drag it to the Adobe Animate like so. And this is also will give you some options. You can click paste as a bitmap, but it would paste it as one image, so we don't want it. So we are going to go with this using IE file importer preferences, and I'm just going to click OK. So you can choose both of them. Maybe the little advantage of using it this way, dragging, it's like now this is not going to be exactly at the same position as in the Illustrator, so I will have to manually with my shift and arrows position it where I want. Like so. Now if you don't see the things which are outside of the stage, there is this button, keep content outside the stage, and if you are going to click this, you will see only things in the stage, and like so. Now I am going to very quickly rename my layers. So this is going to be BG as a background, the bottom one. This one is going to be rabbit, like so. The next one is going to be cloud. Let me write it correctly. Cloud 1. This one is going to be egg 1. Yeah. Now I have realized one thing, and this renaming. It's good to rename your layers, but it's not going to be working in here like so, because what I want to do is I want to convert everything to the symbol. So I will click on this rabbit, and I will go to the modify, convert to symbol, or you can go with F8. And I'm not going to be naming these symbols. You can, but I'm not. And just make sure that it is movie clip, and I will click OK. And now if I go to the library, I can see that I have this symbol 1, and I could go ahead and get it one more time like so, but I don't want something like this. And I will have to convert all of them to the symbol. So also this egg, F8, symbol 2. And if you are not sure that you have converted something to the symbol or not, if I'm going to click on this rabbit, I can see that it is movie clip, and if I'm going to click on this cloud, I can see that it is like an object, drowning object, so this is like not converted to the symbol yet. So if I click on this cloud, I can see that it's not, so F8 and OK, and right now you can see that it is movie clip. The same thing with this egg, and the same thing with this one like so. And now what I want to do is I would like to, this is not necessary, but I prefer to work like this. What I want to do is I want to select everything like so, and I'm going to hit F8, and I can call this to be symbol 6. So I have put it everything to the one symbol. So in the library right now I have like this symbol 6 that contains everything, and everything is also in the symbol. And now we are going to have everything in here in the layer 2, in one layer, so I can go ahead and get rid of everything. And that's why I was renaming this, but that's not necessary, because now I will double click in here, and I am in the scene 1 in the symbol 6, and in here I am going to select everything. I will right click and I will choose distribute to layers, and I am going to have all of my layers in here. So basically we are going to have the scene 1, the main timeline, because in the Adobe Animate you have like timelines in the timeline, and we could put everything in the main timeline. It would be possible, but I would like to do it in the nested timeline, in the timeline. But basically, in here we are not going to have any movement, anything. And if I double click, we are going to be in the scene 1 in the symbol 6, and in here I want to have everything. So in here, one more time very quickly, I'm going to make this to be BG as a background. This one is going to be rabbit, and I accidentally hide it. This one is going to be cloud 1. This one is going to be egg 1. This one is going to be egg 2, and the last one is going to be cloud 2. And I have already converted all of them to the symbol. So right now if I'm going to click on them like so, I can see that they are already movie clips. So very simply, right now I'm going to extend the timeline. So maybe I will go to the frame 300, I will see, and with the shift I'm going to select all of the layers, and I'm going to click F5, or you can right click and insert frame. So right now I have basically just extended the timeline, and now what I will do is I will go to do maybe frame 16 like so, and I'm going to create new keyframes for all of them. So I'm going to click F6 like so. But one thing is that I want to animate everything except of the background. So what I can do is I can go in here, and I can right click, and I can choose clear keyframe or shift F6, and that way I can get rid of this keyframe. And now what I can do is maybe I'm going to put my clouds together. So I'm going to put this cloud 1 next to this cloud 2. And I'm also going to get rid of the keyframes for the cloud 1 and cloud 2. So I'm going to select them, and I will right click, and I'm going to choose clear keyframe. Because I have like changed my mind, and these clouds I'm going to animate them in here. So I'm going to position it, one of them maybe in here, one of them I'm going to position maybe like so, and I'm going to just animate them from the left to the right. So now with this egg, this rabbit, and this other egg, what I'm going to do is maybe I would like to position this rabbit a little bit more like so, and at the beginning I'm going to position all of them away of the canvas. So I'm just going to put them like so, and I'm going to create a classic twin. So we are going to basically have this kind of animation, and I'm going to create some kind of easings. So I'm going to select all of these initial keyframes, and I will go to the classic ease in here, and there is this option easy out. And I'm going to double click on this first option, and basically it will slow down the animation at the end. So it will like start faster, and then in here it will just move in slowly like so. And now what I want to do is maybe for I don't know, 50 frames it is going to stay in here. So I'm going to click F6, and between these keyframes and these keyframes I don't want to have any movement, and then maybe I will go in here and I'm going to animate them away. So I'm going to create new keyframes, F6, and I'm going to put them away like so. And I'm going to create a classic twin, so I'm going to select it, create classic twin, and I'm going to create an easing, but right now I would like to put a different easing. I will go with this easy in because this will like start the animation slowly and then it will accelerate. So it will like just go away like so. And now I'm going to animate these clouds. So very simply, I'm going to, at the beginning, maybe position them like so. And I will go maybe to the frame 200 on both of them. I will create new layer, new keyframe, F6. And both of them I'm going to animate until they will disappear like so. And I'm going to create a classic twin. So basically for now what we are going to have is like we are going to have these clouds and everything is going to be like so. One thing that I don't like is that I would like maybe this second cloud to start a little bit later. So I'm going to select all of the keyframes with the shift and I'm going to move it a little bit like so. So basically we are going to have like the first cloud and then the second cloud is going to appear like so. I can hit Ctrl Enter and I will see how this is going to be looking in the browser. So we are going to have something like this. And let me see this one more time. Okay, so I don't like the speed of the animation because I think that it's too slow. So I'm going to position all of these keyframes maybe in here to maybe 40, and I will hit Ctrl Enter, and right now I will see. So we are going to have something like this. Let me see this one more time. Okay, one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these keyframes. I will go to this easing and I will change it from this first option to this one. So this is just going to make the easing a little bit stronger. And right now we are going to have it like so. Let me see this one more time. And yeah, maybe one thing that we can do is we can offset them a little bit, so I can select it like so with the shift and move it a little bit like so, and also this one I can select and move it like so. And right now they are not going to come at the same time, so I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, and right now they are going to be like so, and I think that this looks better, and they will stay in there, then they will go away. And this going away, I think that it's fine, but maybe we can do the same thing and we are going to offset it a little bit. So I'm going to select this like so, and I will have to select this like so, and yeah, I will hit Ctrl Enter and I will see, so they will come. And then they are going to go away, but I don't like it as much, so I'm going to make these spaces between the animation a little bit less. So I'm going to select it like so and put it like closer to each other, so they will like go away at a different time, but only after a few frames. So yeah, we are going to have something like this. And maybe also if I want, I can go ahead and change the easings on this, but I'm not going to be worried about it. Now what I need to do is I need to go one more time to the Illustrator because we will get this one. So I'm going to one more time hit Ctrl N to create a new document, and I am going to go with 300 by 600, and I'm going to choose create, and I will go in here, and this one I will get it to the new document like so, and as before I'm going to align it to the center, so align and like so, and I'm going to scale this with shift and alt, and now I'm going to have everything together, so I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose ungroup, and right now I'm going to have my background separated and the other stuff that are going to be separated. So this text I'm going to get rid of them, I don't want to have them, and also these clouds I don't want to have them, so I would like to stay only with this egg, rabbit, and this carrot, and and the background. Now what I want to do is I will go to the layers, and I'm going to open this layer 1. And now what we are going to do is I would like to group this part of the background with this one. So I'm going to click on this one with shift on this one, and I'm going to hit Ctrl G. And now we are going to have like this background. We are going to have this cloud, and I don't want to have this cloud, so I'm going to delete it like so. Then we are going to have this shadow, and then we are going to have these things. So now I can go ahead and right click in here, and I can choose ungroup, and right now I'm going to have like this egg separated, and this rabbit is going to be separated. And if I want, I can go ahead and separate it also like to separate this carrot, but I'm not going to be worried about it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click these 3 lines, one more time, release to layers, and I'm going to select it like so and get it outside of the layer 1. Layer 1 is going to be empty, so I'm going to be able to delete it. And now I'm going to save this, and later on I will drag it to the Adobe Animate. So now what I will do is I will go to the Adobe Animate, and I will create a new layer, and while I'm on this new layer, I'm going to select everything in here like so, and I'm going to just drag it to the Adobe Animate like so, and I'm going to click OK. And this layer that I have created is going to stay empty, so I didn't have to do this, but I just prefer to have it to do it like so. And I'm going to get rid of this, and I will have to right now select everything, and I will have to position this little bit to be on the correct position. So like so, I'm positioning this with the shift and the arrows. And let me right now rename this. So this is going to be BG2, background number 2, but let me hide it to make sure that it is that one. This one is going to be shadow, and this one is going to be let me see, this one is going to be egg 3, and this one is going to be rabbit number 2, like so. And I will have to convert them to the symbol. So I will click on this background, and I'm going to click F8, symbol 7 is fine, this shadow F8, this egg F8, and the rabbit F8 like so. And now what I can do is I can select all of these keyframes, and I can drag them maybe in here like so. We will see. But basically what we want is we will have this animation, then everything will go away, and maybe in here I want the things to start to appear, so I'm going to position it maybe like so. So first thing that we want is to animate this background. So I'm going to create a new keyframe. So maybe in here I'm going to create a new keyframe F6, or you can right click and choose insert keyframe, and on this initial keyframe with my shift and arrows I'm going to position this up like so, and I'm going to create a classic twin. So basically we are going to have this kind of animation. And right now it depends on you. I am going to play with it a little bit, so I will maybe position it a little bit earlier. I will maybe make it a little bit longer, and I'm going to create some kind of easings. So I'm going to click on this keyframe. I will go to the classic ease, and I will choose easy out, and I will go like so. So right now we are going to have something like this. And now what I want to do is I would like to animate the shadow, but I'm going to select all of them. Later on I can maybe move them, all of these keyframes, and I will position them in here like so. And I will, on this shadow, create new keyframe F6, and I will go to the initial keyframe, and I'm going to hit Q for the free transform, and I'm going to scale it down like so, and I'm going to create classic twin. So right now I'm going to have something like this. If you are going to scale this too much, or you are going to maybe do something like this, then maybe you are going to have the weird let me hide these two. Maybe you are going to have some kind of weird movement. So I will go back, and yeah, so something like this. And now what I am going to do is I'm going to create some kind of mask. So let me go like this, and I'm going to create a new layer, and I can call this layer to be mask 1, and I will get the pen tool like so, and I'm going to just create the mask like so, something like this. And now if you want to adjust this, you need to go to the subselection tool, and on the subselection tool you can change this like so. And I would like to create the mask that is going to copy this shadow. So I would like to let me do this like so, and I will have to play a little bit with these handles, but I would like to get something like this, a little bit maybe like so. And yeah, maybe I will position the whole keyframe, the whole, like this. And yeah, I think that this is fine. So what I'm going to do is I will get the pen tool, and I will click in here like so. And right now I'm going to continue, and I'm going to create something like this. And now I will have something like this, and I will go to this paint bucket tool, and I'm going to just choose a color. I can go with red, and I'm going to click, and it is going to create me a shape like so. And if this is not going to create you the fill like this, probably you didn't close the path at the end. And now what I'm going to do is I will double click. But I will have to go to the selection tool, and I will double click on this shape, and I am going to get rid of the stroke color, so I'm going to get it like so. And now for now I'm going to hide this, and I'm going to animate the egg and the rabbit, and I'm going to animate them at the same time. So I will maybe I will position these keyframes maybe in here, and I'm going to create a new keyframe. So I'm going to click F6, and I'm going to these initial keyframes position down, maybe like so, and I'm going to create the classic twin. So basically we are going to have this kind of animation, and I'm going to maybe make it a little bit longer, and I can go ahead and create some kind of easing. So maybe right now I can go with this easy out like so. And now I will position the mask 1 about this egg tree, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose mask. And right now but I will have to show it like so. So right now the egg is going to be visible only and only where is the mask, so it will looks like it is going to come from the shadow. And right now if I am going to zoom in, you can see that the my mask is not the best, and that's why it's like so, but I think that it's fine anyway. And I'm going to right now I'm going to duplicate the mask, so I'm going to hit duplicate layers. And what I'm going to do is I will right click, and I'm going to get rid of the mask, and I will one more time have to do it like so. And right now I'm going to have the animation where both of them are going to go from the shadow. And now I can make this maybe the egg is going to come a little bit later. So I'm going to have the rabbit which is going to come, and then this egg which is going to come. And now if we want, we can go ahead and create more clouds to animate, but I'm not going to be worried about it. So for now I would like to maybe create the keyframe for this egg free, and for this rabbit like so. And I'm going to create new keyframes like so, and in here I'm going to animate them down. So I'm going to put this but right now I will have to, it is locked, so I will have to temporarily unlock this. So I'm going to unlock all of them, and I'm going to hide the masks. And now I can go ahead and position this on this keyframe down like so, and the same thing with this egg. So I'm going to position this log down like so, and now I can show everything and log it, and I'm going to create a classic twin like so. So right now we are going to have something like this, that they will come and then they will go away, and one more time we can create some kind of easing. So I'm going to select this, but I will have to go like this and with control like this, and I'm going to choose that I would like to have easy in, and I will go with this first option, and we will have something like so. And I'm going to maybe position this rabbit to be a little bit earlier, so we are going to have it like so, and like so. And now maybe what I can do is I am going to extend the timeline. So I will go maybe to 400 like so, and I'm going to extend the timeline for everything. So I'm going to click F5, even though we didn't need to extend the timeline for everything, because the bottom layers, they are like not going to be visible anymore, but yeah, I prefer to have my timeline like so. And now maybe what I can do is one more time I can go to the Illustrator, and I can create a new document. So I'm going to hit Ctrl N, and I will go with 300 by 600, and I will hit create, and now I will just get this one. So I'm not going to change it, I'm not going to make this make layers of this. I will just center it to the stage like so, and I'm going to scale this with Shift and Alt, and as it is, I'm going to drag it to the Adobe Animate. So one more time, even though I do not need, I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to drag it as it is to the Adobe Animate like so, and I will click OK. There are like some missing fonts because I didn't delete the text in there, but I'm not going to be worried about that. It is going to somehow replace me the fonts. And all I want to do with this one is I'm going to convert it to the symbol F8, symbol 11, and maybe somewhere in here I'm going to animate it. So I'm going to get this keyframe, and I'm going to put the keyframe maybe in here, and I'm going to create new keyframe F6, and this one I'm going to basically position up like so, and I'm going to create a classic twin, and I'm going to create some kind of easing. So I will go with this easy out, and basically we are going to have something like this, and then it is going to go like this. I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, and I will see how this is going to be looking in the browser. So we have something like this, then they will go away. Okay, right now I can see that some things I don't like, so I will have to change them. So in here, this BG2 is coming too early, so I'm going to select it, and I'm going to move it like so. But right now probably I will have to move all of the other stuff. So what I can do is maybe I can click on this keyframe on the shadow, and then I can click on this with Shift. So right now I have selected all of the keyframes, and I am going to position them maybe like so, a little bit later. So basically right now we are going to have this one, then this one, and like so. I will hit Ctrl Enter, and I will see how this is going to be looking. So we have this first animation, then the new background will come, then the shadow is going to animate, and like so. Then they will go away, and we are going to have something like this. And maybe what I would do is I can go ahead and right now this animation, we have like the animation of the background, and then nothing, and then we have this shadow. So what I can do is I can one more time try to select all of these keyframes with the Shift, and I'm going to position it a little bit more in here like so. And one more time I will hit Ctrl Enter to see this, but I think that right now it is going to be fine. So something like this, then it will go this one, and like so, And I think that right now it is fine, and I'm not going to be bothered about it anymore. But you can go ahead and play with this as you want. And right now I will show you how you can stop this animation, or how you can loop it maybe 2 times and then stop. And I will also show you how you can export this to Google Ads. So right now, if I'm going to create new layer, I can call this layer to be code, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose actions, and very simply I'm going to type this dot stop and parentheses and like so. And I show this in almost all of the tutorials, but yeah. And I'm going to position this little a at the end, like so. And right now this is going to stop the animation after one loop. Or what I can do is I can go to this website. I'm going to provide the link in the description, but there is this code, and I'm going to copy this. So Ctrl C. You have also the second code, but I would like to go with this one, and this allows me to loop timeline maybe 2 times and then stop. So I'm going to hit Ctrl V like so, and I will make this a little bit bigger. So we have something like this, and this number determines how many times this is going to be looping. So if I'm going to set this to 2, it will mean that it will loop timeline 2 times and then it will stop. So something like this. And now if I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, we can see this together. So it is going to like play once normally, and after the second loop, it is going to stop. So we are going to have this like the first loop, then it is going to loop it one more time. And after the second loop, it is going to stay, and it is not going to be moving anymore. And Google Ads has some kind of rules that you can have only animation that is like a half minute long, and it cannot be longer. And that's why if you have maybe this animation after 2 loops too long, then you can loop it only once. When you have animation that has like only 150 frames, you can loop it maybe 5 times. So yeah. And now about the exporting. So first of all, I'm going to save this. So I'm going to hit Ctrl S, and I will go to the place where I want to save this. So I'm going to create a new folder, which I'm going to call Animate. And I will go inside of this Animate, and I can call this to be Easter or whatever. And I'm going to hit save. And if I go to this place where I have saved this, so tutorial, animate, I'm going to have some animate files. One is going to be like a recovery file, and as soon as I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter to see this in the browser, it is going to automatically publish me some files. So I will get rid of it because I don't want to have it in here, and I will go to the file, to the publish settings, and in here I will click this folder, and I will put myself to the folder where I have my animate files. It's not necessary to be in here, but it's like a good practice. And I'm going to create new folder, which I'm going to call index, but this is like optional. And I'm going to call this one to be index also. And I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to hit OK, and I will hit file, and I will hit publish. And right now I'm going to have everything published in this index. But if you want this to work in Google Ads, there is one additional step. In the publish settings in this HTML.js, we need to unclick these hosted libraries, and I will click OK. I will hit file, and I will hit publish, and right now it is going to give me one additional file, these libraries. And yeah. And now what we need to do, and I am also going to provide the link in the description for this one. I will have to add this little line of the code to our code. So I will go back to the place where I have my exported files, and on this index I will right click, and I'm going to choose open with brackets. Probably you are not going to have a brackets, but you will have to have something which allows you to open a code. Notepad, Sublime Text, brackets, they are all free to download, but I'm going to open this like so. And in here between this meta and the title, and probably you can also position it between these two metas, or you can position it after the title. It's like the order in here doesn't matter as much, but in here I am sure that it is going to be working, so I'm going to paste this, and I will just have to change the width and height to my width and height. So I will change this from 300 is fine, but I will change the height to be 600 like so, and I'm going to hit Ctrl S to save this, and I will close this. And now what I can do is I can right click, and I'm going to choose send to, and I will go with this compressed zip folder. And right now it is going to be like too big. It is going to be 186 kilobytes, so I will have to delete it, and it is not going to be acceptable for the Google Ads. So I'm going to get rid of everything like so, and I will go to the Adobe Animate, and I will go to the file, and I will go to the publish settings, and I have this export image assets, and right now I have set this as a texture, and texture is going to put me all of this to PNG, to one PNG folder. Maybe I can go ahead and publish it one more time and show you, because I didn't show you. So in here, in these images, we are going to have it like in these PNGs files. So let me one more time go ahead and delete it. And what I'm going to do is in this publish settings, I'm going to change this from texture to the image assets. And image assets is like publish imported images as it is, and they are vectors. So right now, if I'm going to hit file and publish, I'm not going to have these images, because all of the vectors are going to be in this JavaScript and HTML files. And now what I am going to do is I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose send to and compress the zip folder, and it is going to be like very small. But it depends. If you have like photos and if you have vectors, it's behave a little bit differently. But yeah, this is it. This is all. If you have watched until the end, let me know in the comments. And yeah, maybe this tutorial was a little bit chaotic, but I hope that it made sense. And yeah, thank you very much for your time. And yeah, you can go ahead and check the channel. I have a lot of these tutorials. So thank you. Goodbye.